and I'll bring them up by the end of this session. We have amongst us today the Vice President at Kotak Mahindra Bank, Mr. Avinash Banerjee. Having worked in different businesses for over 15 years, Mr. Banerjee is a highly successful banker with an exceptional performance track record. Having been in different leadership positions over the years, he has successfully transformed businesses, including setting up of some of the very successful ones from scratch. Mr. Banerjee is an expert in setting up new markets and products as well. Large team handling.
2 more branches to join.
I'm sorry? I'll just continue.
Sorry. I had other calls, so I disconnected and came into this. Sorry, extremely sorry.
No worries, Mr. Banerjee. I was just in the middle of introducing you.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sure. So coming back to this, large team handling and driving of really large business volumes is his forte and a passion as well. Now, Mr. Banerjee is also a fitness enthusiast and a content creator. It looks like it's definitely going to be a very exciting and knowledge-packed session looking at the slides. So please join me in welcoming our guest for today, Mr. Avinash Banerjee. The topic for today is retail banking, trends of banking, wealth management, and cryptocurrency. So Mr. Banerjee, welcome, and the stage is all yours.
Hey, thanks a lot, Meenakshi. And it is my privilege it's an honor to talk to everyone. And I think this crowd is completely a new crowd to me, what I'm addressing right now. So let me brief about myself. I am Avinash Banerjee. I have been into banking from last 16 years, and I was a very confused child, let me tell you in that way. So I had always a dream of flying high, and in fact I wondered that I can be a pilot some point of time, but luck was on other side. Luck was definitely on other side. So I did my engineering and MBA, and I landed as a management trainee for Citibank. I was thinking that bank job is quite a fascinating job, and it's full of glamour. But again, the luck was on the different side. It was a roller coaster ride, in fact, for me. A lot of failures, a lot of learning. But this 16 years, I had accumulated a lot of knowledge, which can be imparted to the new generation, and they can just take few takeaways from my learning, my experiences, and become successful in life. So to start with, as you know, that I will be talking more about the banking. I will be talking more about the new age bank. I will be talking more about your fintech. I will be talking more about the new trends of bank which is going to come. New age bank. We differentiate traditional bank versus the neo bank, which is going to come sooner or later in India. So you can see the first slide, which clearly says that 7 out of 10 millennials would rather visit the dentist than bank. So I don't know how many you can respond on the chat box saying that, do you like to visit bank? Just a question to everyone, and open to all my friends in this digital forum. Do you like to visit bank? Guys, come on, let's put up your comments. Let me understand. Okay, I can see 50, 51, 52, 54. Wow, it keeps on going high. Good. Okay, I will read few of the chats. In fact, okay. Someone says why, someone says no. Yeah, you are true. What we are trying to say is that none of us would like to go in the bank for the coming 5 years. None of us, because the transformation of entire banking is going to happen within 5 years. How exactly it is going to happen? I will take your 15 to 20 minutes of time to make you explain how the trend is going to change, so that you can adopt and you can get into the role which is required for the banks to come in. But before we go ahead, I will talk a little bit about the banking, because you should understand what do bank does. So if you see the first slide, I'm not a slide guy. I hate to make slides. Let me tell you that thing. Yeah, I just hate to make slides, but I have to make few slides to make you understand how exactly the bank works. So banking is completely divided into the retail segment and the corporate segment. What we say it as the individual and the firms. So again, the individuals are retail and the entrepreneurs, which are your startups, and the firms are more into who are into the current account, or who are dealing with the wholesale banking, or they have some OD facilities with the bank. So this is a little bit of the banking you should know before we move into fintech and other segment of the banking industry. So few of the products of the bank, which is very mundane, I can say, and very easy to understand, is savings account. You have a debit card, credit card. You have a always a requirement of taking loan from the bank, which can be as per say home loan, car loan, personal loan. You come to the bank and deposit your fixed income, which is quite safe because we give very less amount of interest, which is called a fixed deposit. So this is the preview of a bank. Any traditional bank, if you take any SBI of the world, or if you take any Kotak of the world, or you take any SDFC of the world, this entire banking is into this domain of your liabilities and assets. Just a second, guys. I'll just. Yeah. So this is about entire banking, which you have seen. My father has seen, your father has seen, and tradition has seen. This is called as traditional banking. But now the situation is changing now. We are coming into the new age bank, which is called as fintech. So how many of you are aware of fintech? Come on, guys. Raise your hand. Show some reactions. I don't want any chats. Show your reactions saying that how many of you know about fintech. Anyone? Come on, let's make it more interactive. I know that it cannot be that you have to participate on every virtual event, but you can show your reaction saying that how many of you are aware of fintech, because everyone is talking about fintech. You go to Singapore, you go to Hong Kong, you go to US, UK. In fact, in India, we are talking about fintech. Yeah, good to see a lot of reactions coming in. Good, very nice. Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you what is fintech. Fintech, in very simple word, is financial technology. So whatever the technology is which is required to serve a customer for their banking needs is called as fintech. So fintech can be anything. Fintech can be a digital money. Fintech can be a investment. Fintech can be a crowdfunding. Fintech can be online banking. Fintech can be a payment. So a lot of payments you do through GPay, and you do through different platforms. That is also part of fintech. And most important, the new buzzword which is going to come is blockchain. So I will discuss more on blockchain. Do stay tuned till last so to understand what is blockchain. So talking about the global industry, I will not take much of time on this. See, this is about the fintech industry, how exactly it is growing. So you can see from 2010 to 2017. So the journey was fantastic. So and you see the kind of revenue we have generated is 1.9 billion. It has gone to 27.4 billion in 2017. I am not having current stat right now, so I was trying to search in Google. But there will be Y&Y growth of 22% in the fintech industries in coming 5 years. So from 2010 to 2017, 2025, if you see, there will be a 25% Y&Y increment, and which will transform entire banking ecosystem. If you see, every 3 individual, they take 1 fintech services every month. So this is quite amazing to tell you that. So everyone is getting into a kind of ecosystem where fintech will be a mandate right now. Yeah. So this is about the fintech industry. So any questions related to fintech? I will take the questions at last, or you want me to take the questions right now? Because fintech is one of the important points which need to be told and described.
If you want the questions right now, I will post those to you as soon as we have them coming in.
Fine, that will be great. So I will move to next slide.
Yes.
Yeah. So next is on wealth management. See, wealth is important. We all come to the bank to generate wealth, to create a lot of wealth, and wealth can be done through lot of different tools, which can be your investment, which can be trade, which can be through putting into your money market. So a lot of ways you can develop your wealth into different level. And wealth as a segment has a huge, tremendous potential that you can grow into the system. You can build your own portfolio. You can churn your portfolio. So you have seen a lot of newest technology which has come for wealth as well. Like Zerodha is one of them. So they are pioneer in wealth. So they do the portfolio management. They create wealth. They give a lot of advice to you on wealth. So you have one personalized services as well, where wealth managers come to your doorstep and tell you about how exactly you can build your wealth and do a financial planning for yourself. So wealth management is one of the important tool and segment for any of the bankers to understand that. Yeah, this is one of the topic which is very close to my heart, which is your cryptocurrency. Okay, it is not regulated in India by RBI. So a lot of questions are coming saying that how exactly the authenticity or credibility of this currency will be taken. But let me share with you, a lot of countries, they have own cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Dogecoin. So a lot of different currencies are there. We are exploring a lot about cryptocurrencies, and this will be the future of currencies which will disturb, disperse the market as well. So crypto, in sense, I will suggest everyone whoever is in this forum, in this digital forum, do a lot of survey before you invest into crypto. It looks very nice. It looks very fascinating to invest in crypto, but gather a lot of good knowledge before you get into the investment of cryptocurrencies, because it completely works on peer-to-peer lending, the crowd compounding, and the crowd segmentation through which the cryptocurrencies are distributed. So because this is not regulated by anyone, so we have certain fear as well on these cryptocurrencies. But obviously you must have seen and you must have heard that Elon Musk saying that Tesla cars will be sold by cryptocurrencies, which is Bitcoin. And obviously the demand of Bitcoins immediately moved to 2 to 3 folds. So my request to everyone is that be a little bit careful on the crypto when you invest in these currencies. Coming to the next topic, which is very important topic to discuss. So these are the slides you can see right now, and these are the slides which will help you a lot to understand the job market which is going to come, the opportunities which is going to come, and you can plan. You can plan yourself. You can design your way forward for banking job in these categories. So first is artificial intelligence. I will talk in detail why AI is required right now in the bank per se. AI is required everywhere, but why AI is required per se in the bank. So when you see artificial intelligence, that is AI, we do a lot of behavior analysis of customers. So we have huge data in a bank, and this data we do the interfacing with AI, and to understand the trend of banking which is going to come, or the trend of requirement which is going to come. So through artificial intelligence in the bank, we generate a lot of needs of a banking. We generate need of a customer. We analyze the behavior of the customer. Mean to say, if the customer is looking for a wealth management, or customer is looking for some asset product, or customer is looking for some kind of advisory services. So artificial intelligence is the tool which is used in the bank right now, and to analyze the future analyze the client of the bank. Machine learning, the second point which I would like to discuss in detail. Through machine learning, we are detecting a lot of frauds. So as you know that banks are always liable to have some kind of frauds, some kind of threats are always there in bank, because we keep deposit of our customers. Through machine learning, we get to know what are the trends which will come, what are the possibilities are there, through which we can evaluate how many threats are there in the bank, how many compliance problems are there in the bank, how many alerts are coming into the bank. So machine learning is a great tool which is helping entire banking system to analyze this ecosystem. Cybersecurity, as you know, you have seen a lot of frauds happening, and there have been a lot of ads which has been coming from different banks saying that do not give your passwords, do not give your OTPs, do not share any information which is related to your personal choice to any of the unknown callers. So that's why cybersecurity will be one of the biggest challenge in the bank, what I see. And when I see challenge, there is opportunity as well. Please understand. Mark my word, what I'm trying to say. Cybersecurity is a problem in a bank. So it throws a lot of opportunities. I repeat my words once more. Cybersecurity is a problem in a bank, and that will throw a lot of opportunities. So if you want to get ready for a job which is required, that is the cybersecurity job, where a lot of courses are required need to be done. And we as a bank, we believe that we are custodian of our customers. Mean to say, we protect the money of our client. So for protecting the money of our client, we need a lot of high intelligent cybersecurity guys who can help us doing that. Business analyst, if you talk about, so we have huge data. As I said, the bank has a huge customers. We have millions of customers. But if we do not do the analysis of these customers, we will not generate revenue. We will not able to reach out to the customers. We will not able to give the value proposition to the customer. We will not give the delight to the customers. So that's why business analysis is extremely important, where each and every new age bank is working on. So we get a data saying that how many customers are happy, how many customers are delighted, how many customers are not happy with our services. So this all churning happens in the backend through business analyst. So business analysis is one of the biggest, you can say, tool through which we segment our customer in the scale of happiness. Coming to data warehousing, we do a lot of data warehousing, and mostly this is done for the portfolio customers to understand which kind of advisory services they need, which kind of planning they need for the future. Because we have all segment of customers. We have mass market customers, we have customers who into different bracket, we have HNI customers. So this data warehousing, we segment customers. The segmentation of customers are done in data warehouse, and through which we always try to give a customized services to the client. A client will need a different kind of services. The client who has potential money, his advisory services will be quite different from the guy who is just earning right now. So this data warehousing is segmentation of the data what we do at the bank, and we give a lot of delight to the clients. Again, data warehouse and data mining is quite a similar part. So we churn the data through data mining, and we give it to the different segment of our bank. So we have different verticals in the bank. So we have asset vertical, we have portfolio vertical, we have advisory vertical, we have branch banking, we have relationship vertical. So different vertical, we do the data mining through data warehouse, and we deploy this data to different segments. Yeah, coming to investment advisory. See, this is one of the fantastic word which I have written in the chart. You can see that. So always each and every HNI customers, they look for advisor who can make their money to 2-folds to 3-folds. So that kind of advisory services can be given by the bank. Few of the bankers like Citibank and HSBC, they were known for giving only advisory services to the client, and they had the cream of the client in the banking. And that's why I belong from Citibank, so I can relate always that the kind of segment I have handled in my lifetime. So investment advisory is one of the key job role in the bank where you can look for. Few of the other points which is quite trending right now, you can say. So digital banking. So we need digital bankers, in the sense lot of digital banking jobs are going to come in India. Lot of transactions are going to happen through digital banking. Lot of customer satisfaction and the evaluation of their satisfaction index will be done through the digital banking. So if you see digital banking, it covers entire thing, right from the opening of account to open a mutual fund, investment, insurance, your assets, everything can be done through the digital banking. So if you want to grow, if you want to take an opportunity, or you want to be job ready, then why don't you work, or why don't you think about a digital banking courses? This is one of the fantastic courses through which you can get plenty of job in any of the banks, and mostly in the new age banks. Compliance and AML auditors. So whenever there's a bank, there is an audit which is required to be done. So these auditors are always in high in demand, but they are very niche. This is not a plenty of job it comes, but this is a niche segment, what we say it as. If you have a flavor of doing auditing, obviously bank is one of the best place for auditing, and then after you can move into the different law firms and different IT firms as an auditor. Bank trainers are in high demand. Let me tell you that we have to train our employees right from the branch banking team to different verticals. We keep on giving a lot of training, because training is one of the important parameters through which we can enhance the skill set of our each and every employee in the bank, so that we can give good services to each and every client. Bank HR role is always a you can say evergreen role in any of the segment. So we need HR to run the bank. Asset relationship managers, obviously the portfolio of our customer segment who are taking loan is increasing day by day. The requirement of loans are high, which can be on the home loan, which can be in the SME segment, which is on the segment of unsecured loan, which is in the segment of overdraft facilities. So we need a lot of asset relationship manager who can give very good personalized services to the customer who can take assets from us or loan from us. Investment advisors, I said, they just add on money. They keep on adding the value added services to the client, so that your money can grow into different level. Service quality officers, obviously they are part of our branch banking team, and they are responsible to ensure that customers are happy whenever they are coming to the bank. We give very delightful experience to the customers when they are coming to the bank, and they are completely focused on giving a quality service, and they are responsible to resolve whatever the queries come to the bank. Relationship managers are again, they are just below the advisory investment advisors, but again they are into the portfolio management and churning of the client money. So this is my last slide. I would rather like to be more, it should be more engaging rather than monologue from one side. So I will take just few seconds to make you understand what is required, what kind of certifications are required for the banking. Although you can do different certification, which I have told you in the previous slide, which is related to artificial intelligence, which is related to your machine learning. So these are the two important certification you must do. Apart from that, few of the basic certification to understand how the bank works, and these are the regulatory certification. This MFI and IRDA is a regulatory certification, so which need to be done by each and every banker. So as per the RBI, these are the mandate which has to be followed by the banker. I told about the new age bank and the fintech. Understand bank, how does bank work? How do we generate revenue? How do we multiply our customers? How do we churn our customers? And most important, bank as a bank, we are more interested to give a delight to your customers and crack all your interviews by good knowledge anyways you guys have, but a lot of confidence, please. And always believe in yourself that you want to do something great. You want to achieve what you love. See, do not go, as I always say to everyone in my team. So I handle a team of close to 500 employees in Bangalore right now. So I always motivate and try to inspire my team by saying that do whatever you love. It should not be the work which you are doing and you are not loving it, you will never get success. And you are bound to get success, let me tell you, the day you start loving your job. So that's from my side, and I'm happy to take any questions coming forward.
Thank you, Mr. Banerjee. Lots of really good anecdotes for all the learners here. I actually have quite a few questions, so I'll just start with the ones in the chat box and then I'll move to the Q&A box.
Yeah.
Now, the first question is from Mr. Avinash Banerjee, and I'm merging those with the questions from Suman, Kapil, and Archana. So they would like you to discuss cryptocurrency once again. And additionally, Vinayak has asked whether cryptocurrency is fundamentally sound.
Yeah, see, crypto as a word, I don't know how much of read you have done for crypto. Crypto is fundamentally sound. Obviously, it is fundamentally sound, and it is well appreciated and taken into by Indian customers as well. We were not so prone for cryptocurrency. If you see on 2010 and 2015, in between that, post 2015, there's a huge surge of crypto which is coming in. You will not believe there are 4,000 cryptocurrencies in the world. I repeat my words. You can go and check out. There are 4,000 cryptocurrencies which is not formalized. Mean to say, me and you can start a cryptocurrency today because it is not regulated by anyone. But obviously, the trend is as such, and I always say this is a FAMO effect. FAMO. I don't know how many of you know that FOMO effect which is coming. But mean to say, you should not be missed out in the trend which is going to come. So that effect is bringing a lot of curiosity into the client, saying that I should invest in the crypto. But my advice to you is that if you want to invest in the crypto, please read more about the crypto, and particularly crypto you want to invest. So Bitcoin is one of the favorite all-time evergreen cryptocurrencies for everyone. So I would request to read for it. I'm not saying it is good, it is bad. I'm not the right person to tell you about this. I'm not authorized to tell you that as well. My only concern is that it is not regulated by RBI. So I have my fears on that. If it is regulated by RBI, I will put my hands on it. So I don't know how many of you have seen the new news which has come last week by our finance minister Sitaraman, saying that why don't we regulate cryptocurrencies in India? So still the debate is happening. We are not saying that we will do it, but my advice to all of you is that crypto is a buzzing word. Crypto is the word of the future. Crypto is the word which everyone would like to know and understand. But put your money where you can think that, yeah, I have done a right investment at the right point of time. I hope this clears your questions.
I'm sure it does, Mrs. Banerjee. The next question is from Ms. Ankita Jaiswal. She says that being a banker, after doing a business analytics course, can we gravitate towards analytics in a bank? And what segment caters to business analytics, retail or wholesale banking?
No, so let me answer you that. A very good question as per se. It's a very insightful question what you have asked, Ankita. Business analyst job is as such that you are going to churn entire data, and this data is required in different fields. It is not related to wholesale. It is not related to branch banking. It is not related to your TFX vertical. This analysis is required for each and every vertical of a bank. So as a banker, what we are trying to say is that we need to churn our data. Mean to say, we need to understand the customer behavior. And this customer behavior, as I said earlier, can be done by artificial intelligence and business analyst. So that's why if you do a course on business analyst, obviously you get a lot of job, not only in banking, but in lot of IT domain, you will get a lot of job which is related to business analyst. So in fact, TCS and Infosys is one of the pioneers of hiring these candidates who does a lot of courses related to such segments.
Thank you. And Mr. Nitin Pipkari asks that how are the trends in institutional banking?
Yeah, institutional banking. So very good question again. See, institutional banking is our big banking, what we say it as. Mean to say, when we talk about the trust, when we talk about government entities, when we talk about bigger entities which is related to government sector, so this is called as fall into this, and we have a great scope of leveraging that potential, because as you know that India will be the manufacturing hub of the world. So after China effect, now India is going to be the manufacturing hub. lot of potential customers, lot of big SMEs are going to come in India. They are not going to go out of India. They will invest in India. They will be part of this manufacturing growth. We have seen the IT growth which we have witnessed in India. Now, the second trend which is going to come very shortly is manufacturing trend. So a lot of MSMEs, a lot of government entities, a lot of big players will be there in India, and we as a bank will leverage that. So there's a great future in that. So go for it.
Now, Ms. Akanksha Singh asks that for AML auditing, isn't something real-time more effective rather than doing it periodically?
See, periodically we do our routine checks, which to keep the house in order. I will tell you why. You take your test always. You go for examination, not once in a while. You take a lot of examinations to understand what you are up to. So similarly for AML, it stands same for the AML. We have to keep our home clean. So that's why we do a lot of periodic checking, and I understand this is a mandate. This is quite a mundane job which bankers keep on doing it. So auditing, believe me or not, every bank goes through auditing every month, and the same questions are repeated to understand, to check that there is any loophole or not in the bank. Try to understand why, because millions of customers are banking with are the customer of bank, or you can say everyone is banking with all banks which is there in India. Suppose your money is taken away by someone, what exactly happens? So who is responsible for that? Obviously, as a bank, it is our responsibility. We are custodian of your money. So we have to do a lot of periodic checks so that we ensure that threats are not there in the bank, and your money is safe and sound with each and every bank you are banking with. Meenakshi, I hope I cleared her answer.
I think you have. So next question is from Akanksha Singh. What is the scope of growth for alternative investment in the Indian market?
Yeah, very, very good topic. Alternative. When we talk about alternative investment, so you see a lot of FII inflows are coming in. A lot of foreign investors are putting their money into India. Because India is bound to grow into leaps and bounces. If you have seen the Sensex growing from 15,000 odd points to right now 50,000 odd points, and I'm a firm believer that within couple of months and couple of years, the Sensex will touch the newer heights. Because of Omicron virus, the Sensex is not giving it best right now, and that's why there is a surge. There is not much surge in the market right now from couple of days, you can see, not months, couple of days. But I'm firm believer, lot of FIIs are going to come, lot of new age investment is going to come. Lot of companies are putting their IPOs. You have seen Nykaa doing fantastic job by listing their one of the blockbuster IPO recently. In fact, Paytm was not so successful, but you will see a lot of IPOs coming in. In fact, LIC is going to come. Everyone is waiting and watching for LIC to come as a IPO. So I am very bullish. I am very confident on Indian market, and as I say, a lot of FIAs are going to come to India.
So Devendu Paul asks that please explain how the value of cryptocurrencies are arrived at.
So there is a mining which happens in cryptocurrencies. So you understand, whenever there's a data mining which happens in crypto, and through which and this is completely done in the cloud strategies. I don't know you understand or not cloud strategy. This is a very small time. I cannot explain entire about the cloud strategies, how exactly the mining happens. But more the mining happens, more your money grows, and subsequently the value of the cryptocurrencies goes up.
Oh, thank you. Now, Dr. Sridhar asks that, hi, this is Dr. Sridhar. Being a professional doctor, I've worked almost 8 years in retail banking. Now, here's my question. Is there no bank is very keen on extending loans to healthcare professionals. And I'm sure bankers are unable to analyze the needs of doctors and other supporting healthcare professionals. So at this point of time, do banks really require people with good medical knowledge?
I'm very good to take your question first of all, and let me tell you in that way. We treat all our customer as a same. All our customers are extremely important because customer is a king for us. If customers are not there, if client is not there in the bank, we as a banker will never survive. I'm very sorry. I have my apologies to you, saying that I don't know with whom you have interacted, but as a banker, we treat health professional into the high segment. We always cater their requirement. Either it is required to their loans, either it is required the loans for their equipment, either it is required for the establishment of healthcare. We definitely come forward as a bank, and we lend a lot of money to this particular segment, so that obviously the infrastructure of India grows with the healthcare. But we are very bullish, and we are very highly active as a bank, as a Kotak Bank. I can say that we lend to a lot of our healthcare departments.
Thank you. Mr. Kohli asks, how about the effect of government policies in any country?
Can you brief me more about this?
Right. Mr. Kohli, Rajiv Kohli, I would just ask you to type in a little more about this question, and then we'll take it up. Moving on to the next question by Ruchi Upadhyay. What is the safest method to invest? Mutual fund, FD, Bitcoin, etc. What is your opinion?
Safest bet is your FD, because please understand, wherever there is a high risk, there is a high return. So that's why crypto is giving you high risk, and there is a high return as well. So you talk about the our stock markets. You do it in equities. You get a lot of high returns. But the safest, if you are talking about the safest, it is fixed deposit, where the interest rates are not so high. It comes close to 5.5% to 6% right now, because the inflation has gone down. So that's why the rate of interest of the FD also has come down. So safest bet is FD. Please close your eyes and put the money in your fixed deposit.
Thank you. Srinivas has a question that, sir, currently I'm working as a branch manager in ICICI Bank, and I joined product management course. Can you elaborate on the opportunities in this segment, and if you could suggest any other course for bankers?
As a banker, good to interact with you. So I interact always with the bankers, day in, day out, every day. You can say this is my job. You can do a lot of course which is related to your artificial intelligence and data, big data, data warehouse and artificial intelligence. Let me tell you, this will be the future of the bank. As I told you, the new age banks, they are looking for the bankers who can understand, who can reciprocate to the data. See, data will be the next oil. I repeat, data is the next oil. So if you can read data, you can analyze data, you will get a lot of input from the data, which can be into the revenue generation model. So go for such kind of certification, which is related to big data and data warehousing and artificial intelligence.
Thank you.
Hope I answered your question.
Now, Mr. Chandan Kumar asks that, could you please suggest some course on cryptocurrency? And I'm just merging this with another question by Vedansh Singh, whether if you could recommend any book to know about the basics of banking and cryptocurrency.
There are a lot of books which is there related to banking. One of the book which I have gone, the fundamentals of banking. I don't remember the author name right now. So fundamental of banking is one of the book you can go through. For cryptocurrencies, I have not seen any book right now. I will do my research and come back to you one-to-one if you can give me time. But I have not read any of the book. I have gone through a lot of articles which is published in internet, but I have not read any book which is related to cryptocurrency till now.
Thank you. So Akanksha has come back with another question. So are there checks with respect to global watch lists or sanction lists in place as part of the audit?
Can you repeat that for me?
Akanksha had previously asked a question that for AML auditing, isn't something real-time more effective rather than doing it periodically? Now she's come back with a follow-up question. So are there checks with respect to global watch lists or sanction lists in place as part of the audit?
See, AML is nothing but your anti-money laundering, and I'm not able to relate your question what exactly you want to know from my side, but just to give the perspective of AML. So bank will throw a lot of alerts. Mean to say, there are high alerts sent to the banker saying that these are the customers who are doing some kind of transactions which is in high in volume or high in intensity. Please go back to these clients. Please try to understand why such kind of volumes are done, why such kind of behavior is done, which was not done in the past, and which is not similar to their professional behavior. Mean to say, I am a student, I have opened an account with a bank, and I do a transaction of 5 to 10 CR. So obviously there is a suspicious activity which is conducted by that particular client. So we need to understand from where these money transactions are happening. Please understand, for everyone's benefit, whatever the money is there in bank, that is called as white money. So we need to understand that all the channels through which money is going to come to the bank is justified.
Divya Jetli asks that, can you throw some light on the business model of new smaller digital lending companies in the market, like maybe Cred, Dhani? How are they different from the traditional banking industry?
As a traditional banker, we always talk about the cost of acquisition, and our cost of acquisition is why high. Let me tell you, because we invest more on the employees and less on the technology, which was called as traditional banks. Now the fintech is quite opposite of that. Fintech says invest less on the employees and invest more on the technology. So what you are doing, rather than you are saving on your cost of acquisition. So obviously when you are saving on the cost of acquisition, your profit margins are quite high. You got my point? So now when the profit margins are high, obviously the new age bank is giving a very good delight, satisfaction, real-time experiences to the client, and they are growing their revenue as well. So certain point of time you will see lot of fintech who will keep on coming, who will disturb the market, who will disrupt the market, I can say, and they will create a monopoly. But there is a threat also. Please understand, we as a bank are very sound with our delinquency. Our delinquency is always in control. That's why if you see the quarterly report which is published by either HDFC Bank or Kotak Bank or any of the sound banks like ICICI and all, we always keep a check on our delinquency, so that if delinquency is on the higher side, obviously we will be bankrupt as a banker, and that will create a lot of problem, not only for us, for the customers who are there with us. I should not name the bank in this forum. You are aware of the stock price of the few of the bank, which was from 400 went to 25 rupees because of the bad loan which happened. So there's a threat for the new age bank and the fintech, that delinquency has to be in control. If not, I feel that they will be the market player in coming days.
Okay. Rajnarayan Deo has a question that, is there any chance of banking and insurance coming together with new products?
Obviously, there will be a lot of revolution which is going to happen. Let me tell you, there will be a lot of exciting space to watch in the coming days. And this space will be purely on the customer requirement. Right now, what is happening, let me give you certain brief about the market, what is happening. There's a vacuum which has been created in the industry in the banking industry. The requirement of a client is different. The offering given by the banks are different. That's why the fintech is coming in between. So let me tell you, fintech will not be run by only the companies which is into banking, but like your Alibaba and your Apple, they will be into fintech. And my assumption, this is my pure assumption, is that this will bring a lot of monopoly to Alibaba and Apple, where they will be front-ending the clients. They will be giving a lot of good service. They will keep the turnaround time very low. The delight of the customers will be high. Rate of interest will be low. So there will be a lot of transformation, as you said. Believe me or not, there will be a lot of products which is going to come, both from insurance perspective and both from banking perspective. One more example I will cite. there are products, if you don't know, just to make you aware of that. In US and UK, I was doing one of the studies. So we pay for all our car and our bikes, the little bit of insurance amount to general insurance companies. So now the situation will come shortly. If you are not using your car, maybe for 6 months, so your amount will be deducted only for 6 months. So the day of utilization will be the requirement of that product. So that kind of innovation is going to come.
Thank you. So Rajiv Kohli has the next question, that how about government policies effect on cryptocurrency in any country? How good is the bet? Also, from 4 lakhs to 40 lakhs is a great jump. How far do you think that it can go?
Oh, see, I will not assume any much. See, when the news from Elon Musk came related to Tesla, you have seen the 3x jump in Bitcoin. So Elon Musk completely said that I will take Bitcoins for my new age car. So I'm not the right person to tell you how exactly this money is going to give you the return. But there is a chances that it will grow. There is a chances that it will go to 3x to 4x fold because of why? Because a lot of consumers are interested, like you and me, to invest into this currency. But we do not know the side effect of this currency. We do not know how the currency is going to leverage. We are not going to understand how the currency is going to fall, because there is no any regulatory which is controlling this all currencies. So as I said earlier, do a lot of analysis, do a lot of your homework before you invest your hard-earned money to these currencies.
Thank you for that. Lots of questions on cryptocurrency today. Next one is on the same.
Yeah.
So Raj Narayan Deo asks that, is cryptocurrency an enabling force or a destructive force in the future economy? Please elaborate.
This is a destructive force, let me tell you. Why? Because this is not regulated, first of all, by any of the banks, and the value of money will come down. Let me tell you, I see that if a currency is regulated by other countries, obviously your Indian rupees will come down. The inflation will come down. Why? Let me give a small example by saying that when you start trading in Bitcoin, obviously the price of your money is likely to come down, because when half of the country is trading on Bitcoin, exchanging their goods, mean to say I have to buy a Starbucks coffee and I have to pay through Bitcoin. Obviously the value of money is going to come down, because from tomorrow onwards no one is going to use rupees to buy a cup of coffee. Everyone will take Bitcoin as an enabler to buy a coffee. So a lot of disruption will come. This will affect the economy. That's why Sitaraman ma'am was also a little bit of offensive mode to regulate these currencies in India. I don't know how exactly it is going to take into different world, but for Indian market, I think this will be the disruption.
Right. Karan asks the next question, that how do you envision that the account aggregator framework revolutionize the banking and fintech industry for both bankers and citizens?
You have to read that once more.
I will. How do you envision that the account aggregator framework will revolutionize the bank and fintech industry for both bankers and citizens?
Yeah, see, India is a great market. Let me put it across in that way. And you have tremendous amount of share which is not into the banking right now. A lot of citizens of India, they are into the banking space, neither they are into the fintech space. So this is a win-win situation for both of us. It is not only for the banker that the banker will get their pie. It is for the fintech companies also, that they will get this pie of share and they will leverage into it. So I completely see saying that this is a win-win situation for both the bankers and the fintech companies in coming future.
For that, I'll take a few more questions. We have just 5 minutes left for the session. Yeah. Radhakrishna Enkote has a question, that what do you think about neobanks? What's next for India and neobanking?
Fantastic question. Let me tell you. This is one of the favorite, and it is very close to my heart. Mr. Jay Kotak has given recent interview. If you check his post, so Jay is the next one down of Uday, which is going to come recently into the banking space. So neobank is called as a paperless banking. Neobank is a bank where it is driven by the technology. We have only 4 neobanks in entire world, which is in UK, US, Germany, not in India, anyone. So it says that entire banking transactions, there is no human intervention is required. There is completely no human intervention. There is no any paper is required. There is no any employee who has to call you every day in the morning and ask you for the loan. Those things are not required. So new age bank will be a future of a bank which is similar to your fintech. So a lot of bankers will move into new age banking.
Sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
So this is an anonymous question. So should we be enthusiastically following up on metaverse currencies and NFT, which are slowly picking up? And what do you think would be the significance of these digital currencies in the coming times, say probably in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, good question again. See, you should not follow, you should do your homework before you invest. So I closely manage the retail investment of the Kotak, of HNI customers. So I also tell them saying that wherever you are putting your money, you do a lot of research. You should not blindly follow the trend, and after that there can be a big fall, which can disturb everyone, and which can take out your hard-earned money. As you said rightly on the second point, saying yeah, this is bound to grow because you will see a lot of millennials who are coming and investing. If you see, your cryptocurrencies are ruled by the millennials. It is not ruled by the Gen X and the 90s or 80s segment clients. So this is the currency of future. Only fear is that if you want to invest, do a lot of read and invest. Do not invest without understanding how the ecosystem of currency is working. After that, you should invest in this kind of currencies, digital currencies.
So the next question is from Pramod. So what kind of pressing technology gaps are currently banks facing, and what kind of products can be expected?
See, cyber, as I said, cyber security is one of the biggest challenge which bank is facing, because huge amount of frauds are happening in the bank, and we are trying to connect the dots by enabling a lot of machine learning tools, which can be done through our cyber securities. So this is the biggest gap which I feel, which has to be addressed immediately. You have seen a lot of news coming in. You have one series in Netflix which says about this, saying that a lot of frauds are conducted pan India, and we as a banker are responsible for, as I told, responsible for your money. So this is the bridge which we have to fix. Our cyber securities has to be one notch higher than the gray market, or you can see the black market, the guys who are doing right now. So this has to be on the higher notch, and we have to tighten our seatbelt to understand that cyber security has to be the keyword for any bankers.
Thank you. So in the interest of time, I'll take one more question. Now, this is a common question which has been sent to me by 5 different people. So how can a tech project manager grow in fintech, and what do they need to target?
If you are into tech, you are a tech manager, please close your eyes and move into artificial intelligence and machine learning. As I told, these are the two skill sets which will differentiate the banker. So the new age banks, the new age learning, the new age skill sets will be quite different from the bank of present. So right now, I'm a qualified bank into different skill sets, but the new age banks, those banks which are going to come will be more on technology based, which will be more on machine learning, which will be more on artificial intelligence. We do not need bankers to run the bank. Please understand. Please note my word. We do not need bankers to run the bank. We need technologies to run the bank. So that's why machine learning and artificial intelligence is the key ahead. Please go ahead and adopt, and you will be quite successful in getting high value jobs.
Well, that sounds really promising, Mr. Banerjee, and I think a lot of us will be motivated after this.
Yeah.
So Thank you so much for taking out time for us. We've gained a lot of perspective through this session and through so many questions that you have taken up. We actually have a few more, but in the interest of time, I'm just wrapping it up.
You can mail it across to me. I will be loving to address.
I'll definitely do that.
And it was my in-heart pleasure to talk to you, talk to entire fraternity of your institute, and I had a great, I can say, gathering of young participants who are throwing a lot of questions related to crypto. I'm very happy that we as a young Indians, we are going to take this India into different level. We are going to take India into different space. Let me tell you in that way. So thank you all, and always be positive. I'm a motivational speaker sometimes. I always try to motivate my team members. So always be very proactive, very optimistic in your life, and you're bound to get success. Let me tell you that. Thank you, Lord. Thanks.
Thank you so much. On behalf of all the learners at Emeritus and Eruditous, thank you so much for taking out the time for us. And for the learners, thank you so much for your patience as well. We experienced a technical glitch today, but I hope all of us go into the weekend with a lot of motivation and a lot of good insights how to build and progress our career. So thank you, Mr. Banerjee, and have a happy weekend, everyone.